Good morning, Stampin' friends. Hey, everybody, it's Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. I am live in my studio right now, ready to share some Christmas cards with you guys. Hopefully, everybody is quiet. You might see my office manager or office assistant is in the background, and the UPS guy just showed up. So he may go crazy here in a second. So hopefully not. I noticed he just laid down. So maybe everything's good. So if you're with me, come on in, say hello, give me a like, love. Let me know that you guys are here so we know that this is sharing correctly and working. Yay. All right. We've got some friends coming on. So it is Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I know it's early for some of y'all on the West Coast or even in the Midwest, but I come on 10 a.m. because I'm an East Coaster. And you guys can grab a cup of coffee, keep your jammies on, come hang out for a little bit. Um, and if you're on the replay, that's cool. Just comment replay so that I can always swing back around and say hi and see who did come back and join me. So I'm always live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So you might be on YouTube or you might be on Facebook. Either way is awesome. And today is going to be Christmas cards. So I host Christmas card Stamp-A-Stacks. These happen in my studio every month from August to November. So this is series number 3, and we are going to do Night Divine. That's what we focused on, and one of our specialty papers that is a special release while supplies last. And I'm pretty sure the supplies didn't last. So the paper that you're about to see today is no longer available. So hopefully some of you had a chance to get it because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's called Shining Christmas, I believe, and it was like a foily, had some shine to it. But there's a whole lot. No Facebook anymore. I'm not sure what you mean, Lori. Your comment just came up, so I am on Facebook and YouTube. Did it not go to Facebook? Yeah, Sharon's on Facebook. So Facebook and YouTube, it should be streaming at the same time. Is that what you're asking? I think Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm on Facebook. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, Mondays YouTube, Wednesdays Facebook and YouTube. It streams to the same place. So hopefully it's working. I can see a couple of you guys on YouTube, but that makes me wonder if maybe Facebook is not working. And okay, there we are. Yeah, you found on Facebook. So while everybody is still coming in, I want to share something because it's November. November 1st is here, guys. It happened like that. Like Halloween came, it left. November 1st is here. Christmas music is playing. Like it's all happening very, very fast. But what I am going to do coming up in the next week is Gratitude Week. So this is kind of my customer appreciation week. I do a Halloween week. I usually do a summer camp. I happen to be away this summer, so I didn't have that. I do a Valentine week and I do a Gratitude Week in November. So it's just a week where I am on social media every single day to hang out with you guys. We have daily prizes. We have a giveaway. There's a special class that we have. I'm offering an adhesive sale. So it's just my way of saying thank you for following me and hanging with me for all these years. It's been 21 years. So kind of my customer appreciation week. So that's coming up next week, November 6th to the 10th. So you can mark your calendars, 10 a.m. Or you can always go and catch the replays on that to make sure that you're getting entered for the daily giveaways. And check out that very cool class that we have, which is focusing on the All About Autumn paper, which if you're not sure what that is, it is the gorgeous paper 6x6 pack that looks like real leaves. Mine are on their way, and it looks like real fall pictures. And then on the backside, it's got some foil. It's just gorgeous. Pretty sure it has sold out maybe 5 times. Like it has been uber popular. So anyway, we're focusing on that and the So Sincere stamp set. So that's kind of a little bit of a hidden one in the mini catalog, the holiday catalog. So this class is focused on using any type of sentiment that you have. So it is just maybe some fall designs, but you could use any sentiment stamp, which is a lot of fun. So that's coming up next week. The adhesive sale is coming up next week. So if you need to stock up on your adhesives as you get ready for those fall cards, Christmas cards, holiday cards, New Year's cards, now's the time to take advantage of my adhesive sale. That is mine, just Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. I am doing that. It is not a Stampin' Up sale. Okay, so it's just me. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is something that I kind of challenged my team on last month, my team of moveless stampers. It's called the Gratitude Project. So this is something that has been in my mind as I kind of am going into November, which is kind of our thankful season, right? We have Thanksgiving here in the US. It's a big holiday gathering together, family togetherness, friends, all that good stuff. And so a lot of times you'll see people that will start to post things like every day what they're thankful for. So social media will kind of explode with that. So I've done that before in the past, and it's always kind of a good check-in just to, see what it is you're thankful for. Sometimes it could be big things. Sometimes it could be small things. So I am doing something called the Gratitude Project, and that is for this entire month. So I'm going to ask you guys to join me in doing this. There's no requirement, there's no commitment, there's no winning, there's no losing. It's just a self-check-in time of being more mindful on your gratitude. So I wanted to make sure I talked to you guys about that, and you'll start to see some of the posts and stuff happening on my social media. But I just sat down and started writing. So, gratitude week aside, which I always do, which is fun, but I do classes and I have offers and that type of thing. This is just me thinking about being mindful on gratitude. So I wrote down some things of ways that you could show gratitude with not necessarily having to say something, buy something, do something. And so you'll start to see some posts. So make sure you're following me on social media, particularly Facebook is where I'm going to run my gratitude project. So I will just share. And so you'll see this graphic. Okay, so you always look for that graphic, and I'll tell you what it is that I'm doing or what I have done. And then call to action is like if you want to do something too. And so my gratitude challenge to myself today is I have something that I am going to. And so my challenge today is I'm going to leave a bigger tip than I normally do as a thank you to my person who provides this service. So that's my gratitude project for today, is that I'm going to just do a little bit more to thank her. And I also, of course, have a thank you card for her as well. So if you want to join in, just kind of put that in the back of your mind. And as you're doing out and about and doing your thing, maybe you'll want to join in and just be like, hey, I'm going to leave just a little bit more tip for you than I normally would. Okay, so we are going to get ready to do a little Christmas. Oh, speaking of Christmas, Karen just said they have 4 inches of snow. Karen, I think you're in Pennsylvania, right? You're just a little bit north. So that's crazy. It's a little bit early considering that, what do we have, 80 degrees on Sunday. Today's Wednesday, we're down into the 30s and 40s. So I call that whiplash weather, and also pneumonia weather, because that is the best way to get us sick quickly, is to have those giant drops in temperatures. So holy cow. I did go out this morning because I had to pick something off the porch, and I was like, oh, it's like misty or something in my face. So I have heard that there was like little snow flurries happening early on this morning. Oh, north of Pittsburgh. So, and my daughter went to the University of Pittsburgh, so we traveled that a lot. And anytime you got near the Somerset area, even in August, you potentially could have snow. It's just, there's a section of that area that is just like weather crazy. So, all right. Oh, Lori had Halloween snow yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys can keep that. I'm not quite ready for snow here just yet. All right, let's do a little switcheroo here, and we will do some Christmas stamping. All right. Hopefully everyone made the transition. So this is just my gratitude week flyer. You're going to start to see that in your emailing if you're on my email list. You'll also start to see it on social media, on my Facebook, as we get into gratitude week next week. So, and I had talked a little bit about that. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys every single day next week for some Stampin' Fun. So this is the stamp set we're going to work with today. And we're going to make some very quick projects focusing on Night Divine. Just the stamp set. I did not use the dies for this one at all. So the sun went in, and now I don't know if that'll help give us a little bit more light. It kind of got a little grayish here, so we'll see how that goes. You'll have some shadows. So That's how things go. Can't have one without the other. So here is our first project. This is super cool because 2 ink pads is all that you need, a cherry cobbler and a mossy meadow. So it went traditional with colors this time. So we've got our basic white. We're going to fold that in half. Some of you were here in person and did this class with me on Monday. Some of you purchased to-go kits. And I do think I might have 3 kits available. So when I say about a kit, we do 5 cards, 2 of each. This is a 10-card kit. And so if you are interested, I do have a couple that are still available. I'm going to see if maybe this works better for me because I'm a lefty. So maybe I need to start putting it on the right side of me. We'll see how that goes. So this is the gorgeous Shining Brightly. Can you see how it's got that little bit of foil to it? And then, of course, it's a matte on the other side of cherry cobbler. So we're going to use the nice shiny side. And then I have a bit of vellum. So I'm just going to put some of the adhesive right in the middle because that's going to get hidden by our bow. And we're going to use this iridescent white ribbon. So I've got a little bit of that, and I just need enough to tack it around the back. So I'm going to trim that down. Then I can use this to do my tie. There comes the sun. All right, just don't make a problem, sun. I love you, but I can't have too much glare on my projects. All right, so have you guys been making Christmas cards? I haven't made a one, but I'll get there. It's in my mind. I've been thinking about it. Some of you might already even be done with your Christmas cards. So there we have our ribbon wrapped around. I'm going to add some adhesive just to those ends so that they don't come popping off on me. And we can attach this to our card base. Now I took a little bit of, that's the same paper, and I just punched out a circle. So we're going to add that just so that it has a little bit of focus back there. And then this is the modern label punch. So that was punched out ahead of time. All right, let's work here. I love natural light in my studio, but some days it likes to give me a fit. All right, there we are. So I punched that out ahead of time, and now I'm going to use some, I almost said Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to stamp our sentiment on here. I'm hoping this is good and juicy because it did. Oh, you're still canning. What are you canning, Karen? Tomatoes? Are you canning tomatoes? They seem like they're still hanging around here. These went through quite a lot of Stampin' friends, so I'm hoping that we have enough juice to get through this whole class. Add some dimensionals here. I did notice that our counter is starting to pile up with spaghetti squash, and I think I've about had it with spaghetti squash. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, right? Like once one starts, then they all come. And I'm like, please don't make me eat any more spaghetti squash. All right, so there we have that. And then we're just going to take our little bow or our little piece of extra, and we'll tie ourselves a knot. I like to do knots. They go through the mail just a little bit better. And I like, this ribbon is gorgeous, but I tie a nice tight bow so that it doesn't come off. Trim our ends. Whoops. And we did talk about this ribbon, I think maybe at my bingo class, that you can color it with the blends. So if you like to color your ribbon, it does color well. So I'm going to leave that here because what we're going to do at the very end is come in with our gems and add them because I'm using the same gems on all the projects. So there is card number 1. So now we'll go with card number 2, and this is a fun fold. So we've got our cherry cobbler here, and I have them scored. So if you got this class, you are getting them scored ahead of time. And so we're just going to fold down these tops. If you get the PDF tutorial, which will be going out later today, it will have your sizes, okay, so that you can make more of these at home. We've got 2 bits of our designer series paper. So we can add those. And of course, if you have this class or you have this paper, you guys can change it. So if you want polka dots, absolutely do polka dots. It is your card, your call, your class. I like to see the little bit of shine. Oh my gosh, your tomatoes are frozen. Yes, you must be so north. Got the freezing weather. All right, so there we have it, and this is how our card will open. So we have a piece of white that's going to go in there for our sentiment and for our signing. So we can add that in there. Now, I don't have any sentiments on the inside of mine, so I will add those later. So whenever I'm actually ready to start sending them, I will then stamp a sentiment and write our names inside. We're going to go with cherry cobbler. Oh, this one was your favorite, Debbie? Yeah, I think mine too. Now we've got all the words. So the girls who were here in the morning said they called this the sermon stamp because it had so many words on it. They said it's like a sermon. All right, so there's our cherry cobbler on that piece. I'm going to move these before I put my hand in them. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Let's flip that over and we are going to add it with some dimensionals. And then we're going to add it to this piece of basic white. And I don't know if you can see it just yet, but it is done with the Stitched with Whimsy dies. So if, is it showcasing a little bit there? So this is such a fun die set that it will just put some etching around there. So it almost looks like it's stitched. It doesn't die cut the whole way through. So that is really a fun die. So we're going to add our sermon to the middle. And then we need to make sure when we mount this together that we only have adhesive on the top. Otherwise, our card won't open and our friends are going to think we've lost our minds because we sent this card glued shut. So we're going to add that right here. Okay, so see, it'll still open. We're good to go there. And then I have the sheer ribbon. So this sheer ribbon is actually sold out at the moment, but it is coming back. This is one you can color as well. And I'm just going to add a bow. So I don't need, how big a bow do I want? I think I want it to be a little bit bigger. So we'll see how big this one turns out, just so that it does not get lost on the card because that sentiment is so large. So got my good old bow maker out here, and I'm going to make a nice tight knot. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I love a bow maker. Love it. So to add that, we'll get ourselves some glue dots here. Just put one right there, little booger right in the center, and then I'm going to have it sit here on the side of that sentiment. And we can then trim down these little edges so they're not quite so big. This is a great ribbon to work with. It really kind of is easy. It molds, it bends to my will, I should say. It does what I want it to do. So there is card number 2. Oh, I forgot to show you that one. I got ahead of myself. All right, here we come with card number 3. And we're going to do basic white for our base. Hey, Betty. Better late than never, my friend. We're glad to have you. Hopefully you had a good trip this weekend. Some smooth sailing. So we're going to add, we got some shimmer and shine again. There's Christmas lights on this side, but I still want the shine. But if you like the Christmas lights, you can go for it because it's your class. Now, I'm looking at this and wondering, did I trim okay? Because it is a tiny, that is a very, very tiny mat there. So I think it's like a 1/16 of an inch. What was I thinking? I don't know. It's a tight one, but we're going to make it happen, Captain. You can always, if it's too tight when you get your class, you can always trim your paper down. Yep. Easy fix, right? All right. Now I'm not going to put that on yet because I want to do our ribbon. So here's a little trick I did with the ribbon. So we're going to take this piece right here, this die cut panel, and I'm going to add some of our Pop-Tarts on the top and on the bottom. Okay. Then we're going to run our ribbon through it. So it's going to go across the top like this. Now there also is a little piece of vellum. So I'm going to add that as well. And that's going to go right underneath my ribbon here. So that adhesive is going to get covered up by the ribbon, which is awesome. And then I can put this on. These are little tricks I learn along the way, right? Because this ribbon is going to be longer than we need because we need to cut off some of it to use it to do our little tie there. So we can add this right here to the center. And then because this is on, but the ribbon's not, I can slide it down. And tack it right there and do the same on the other side. Pull it tight, tack that down, and then here's all the extra I have to use on my card, on my tie, for my tie, I guess I want to say. I did all knots. I did not use bows. You could do bows if you wanted to, but sometimes they get a little bit thick. So there we are with that. Now I have this fun new punch, which has quickly become my favorite. This is the hexagon punch. It is available now. It was a special release with a stamp set called Heartfelt Hexagon. So this was part of World Card Making Day. You could get it a little bit early. I'm pretty sure it's coming up in our next mini catalog. So you could get the coordinating punch and the stamp set, and they are still available now. But I hadn't really played with it. So I did. And guess what? This is going to be a class coming up in November because I love it so much. I love a punch bundle. Love it. So let's find our Mossy Meadow and our Stars stamp. Oh, I just put my finger right in that juicy ink pad. Got a little excited and I'm inking my fingers. Alrighty, now fun is trying to remember how to stamp with the red rubber stamps because they're not see-through. How's that look? I'm going to try again. It's not bad, but it looks like it's a little bit crooked. We'll see what happens here. I'm just going to shift it down just a tiny bit. Now, some of the little swirly cues will go off of your paper, and that is okay. All right, so let's see which side I like a little bit better. I think I like this side better. So, dimensionals on that. Sorry, my nose is running, you guys. This cold weather gets it blowing. Oh, we got the Marcias on today. Hi, Marcias. Glad you guys are joining us. So you'll see where this covers up the vellum so no one knows. And then we take this little piece. We're going to slide it right underneath here and tie that knot. I'm hoping it's warmed up a little bit and we can go for a walk after our video is over. My office manager is not happy. He did not have his morning walk, but it's getting dark. It's a little bit too dark for me at 7 in the morning and a little bit too cold for me. So I needed to warm up just a smidge before I head out. All right, so there we are. Card number 3. Card number 4 is going to be another fun fold. And we have got some Mossy Meadow. And again, if you got this card or this packet, these are scored for you. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. It was like I was like, for real, and I was like, why? And he was like, just because. So I don't know if you did see, I posted on social media that my son had gotten me some flowers, just because. So if you want to see my gorgeous flowers, you can check out my Facebook group and see the beautiful flowers. And he said it was just because, but there is a little bit more to the story. So his bestie is stationed overseas, and it was his mom's birthday yesterday, or whichever day that was. Monday, I think. So the bestie and the bestie's sister had messaged my son and said it was their mom's birthday, and would he go and get flowers for them to give to their mom. So Aiden said, sure, he would do that. And so he went to the store on behalf of the besties, who are awesome too, and got their mom some flowers because she's in our town, and besties overseas, and his sister is down south in college. And so, yeah, so there's even a little bit more to the story, that Aiden is such a good guy and went and took care of their mom with some birthday flowers, and then, of course, got some for me as well. He's a sweet, sweet boy. So I added those 2 panels of the golf paper. This reminds me of a Christmas golfer. This would be his socks, right? So we added those 2 panels, and then we're going to put our white in the middle. Oh, so Marcia's asking where I got this paper. So this paper is part of an online exclusive special offer. This is Shining Christmas, it's called. So we released a bunch of papers because they were slated for Celebration 2, which we did not have this year. So they decided to let us have the papers anyway. So this is one of them. There is the Tradition of Saint Nick designer paper. There is gold and silver glimmer adhesive paper, which is gorgeous. There is a delightful floral. And then there is a tartan plaid. A lot of them have some shimmer and shine to them. I am afraid to say, though, that this paper, I believe, is sold out. So you can, to find these papers, let me see if I can find my, find what I'm looking for. Okay, so scrolling across the bottom is my online store. So if you hop over there and you shop online exclusives, you will see all the items that are only available online, which means you can purchase them through a demonstrator. If you're a demonstrator, you can purchase them on your order. Just because you see them online is not just how you have to buy them online, but it does mean, oh, what's happening? Things are coming across, all kinds of notifications. All right, hang on one sec. I couldn't see my screen there for a minute. So you will see some of our kits. You will see these exclusive papers. You will see some of the online exclusive products that we have available. So you can check those out. All right, now to keep this shut, because it's going to flip and flap on you, we need to add a belly band. So I've got a piece of our Mossy Meadow, and I'm just gently wrapping that around the front here. And I'm going to do my bone folder to keep it nice and flat, and we're going to adhere that together. Now, I want to make sure I have my flap at the front, or where it covers, because then we're going to put this on, which is our sentiment. Okay, so I can just add a little adhesive here, but you want to make sure this is not too tight, because you need it to slide off so that your recipient can actually open their card. Okay, so it'll slide just like that. Oh, thank you so much, Betty. We have pretty amazing kids. I like them. All righty, so we've got Oh Holy Night for this one, and that is with the Mossy Meadow. Here's our sample, and we are going to, that's already done with the stitched stylish shapes. I sometimes forget the names of all these things. And we're going to add that to one of the decal circles. Oh, hi, baby Maisie. She's going to have a birthday soon, right, Lori? So the Deckle Circles dies, if you guys have not seen these, they are in the mini catalog. They're kind of a little sleeper in there. Like they're hard to see, but they're so cool. And there is a ton of them, and they're big. Like I think they go up to like 5.5 inches. And so love these Deckle Circles. They were sold out for the moment, but they are coming back soon if they're not already. We seems like we have items kind of coming in here in the next couple of days. We must have shipments coming in. Now, when you're putting on your circle, you want to be careful that you're only putting your adhesive on that belly band, because this needs to slide off with it. Okay, so the whole thing needs to slide off. All right, so that is card number 4. So card number 5 is an easy one. We've got our white card base. Oops, sorry. And a little bit of cherry cobbler. We have a little label there. And then I just took this designer series paper. So I cut it to the size that I needed, and then I cut off 1 inch, and I'm going to flip it. So if you want to see more candy cane, you can have the bigger side, or you can do this way, whichever you choose. Dealer's choice. Options, options. And I chose the candy cane because I do know that that has reference for the holidays. So the one paper that I did not use has presents on it, but I went with the candy canes because I thought that is always a teaching, a Sunday school teaching, I think, during the holidays, with the red and the white and the shepherd's hook and all that good stuff. All right, so there we have that piece. We're going to come back with a little more of that iridescent ribbon. So just enough. And just a quick reminder, if you're just coming on, this is my Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack class. I have 3 leftover kits available, and it's a 10 card class. So all 5 of these projects, and you get to make 2 of each card. So all you need to do is message me, and I will let you know how you can get one of those leftover kits. All right, so add this, and it comes with the envelopes too. Oh, it seems like it's a little crooked. That's okay. There we are. And I love how, I don't know if you guys can see how the iridescent ribbon really picked up the green. So it almost has a green shimmer to it. When it's really close to the red, it has more of a pinkish hue. But yeah, this one really picks up the green off of that DSP. So now I took this label, and I'm going to do, let's do blah. And I'm going to do something a little bit different, just because I have it sitting here. So this is actually using the entire Night Divine set. You would use the Joy and Peace. But I have it sitting right here, and I'm going to use this one right here. Wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. Because I think it fits this perfectly. The shape. It fit. All right. So if you've got Night Divine, there you go. You're going to use that one. If you have Stars at Night, you can absolutely sub. Add some dimensionals. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's at the door whining. He's like, wrap up, lady. We need to walk. So I'm going to take this little bit here, left over, tie a knot. And then the only thing I have to do last is add gems. So gems of choice are just fine, but I used the Festive Pearls. So, and look how I've run out of Festive Pearls. So I don't know, I might have to go find some more. These Festive Pearls are kind of tricky because when you look at them, you think you have gold. There would be silver here, and there's a green, but underneath that flap, there's red. So if you guys have these at home, don't forget you have, well, I don't have red because they've all been used, but there are red ones that go underneath of here. So you would add those and you can see them here. So this one I added a couple red ones. This one I added silver ones. This one I have silver. This one I have the green. So you can add whatever gems you choose for your cards. So that is Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. Again, just message me if you want to take advantage of the leftover kits. But these are the cards that we created. We have one more session that will be coming up I'm throwing things. The end of November. So stay tuned after Thanksgiving. Whenever we are full of turkey and don't feel like doing anything, you're going to come back and join me live for November's card session. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Don't forget to mark your calendars for Gratitude Week. Coming up next week, I'll be here every single day. And then stay tuned and keep an eye out for my gratitude project and see what I'm doing. And if you want to join along, if you're just joining and you aren't sure what the gratitude project is, you can just rewatch this video and I kind of explain how I'm just being a little bit more mindful during the season of Thanksgiving. So thanks so much for joining me, my friends. It was so good to hang out with you guys. Happy November. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my Facebook page, and make sure you guys stop back and visit me Monday a.m. at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I have, what are we working with? We're using some of those exclusive designer series paper. I think the Saint Nick paper is what I'm going to use on Monday. So see you guys. Have a wonderful week.